All right, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, guys. I am saying good morning before. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna bang on the window like, let me in.
Saying good morning before we're on the road. Do not adjust your computer screens. You have just entered the Beyond 1023 zone. Okay, that's...
Wow.
Phoenix is playing with some, I don't know what it is.
It's just a random app where you put random stuff and make music or something.
You make music using random stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, he was doing that. I'm like, oh, that's so spooky. Let's do something with that. So that's what we just did. All right, so we're back home. Let's give a little update on everything. That is all the door stuff from my door because I still have not dealt with the power window motor. I just received it in the mail yesterday. We have a mobile appointment that we're going on right now. It's a recheck for some belts that I did. Apparently they're squealing on startup. And unfortunately, that's what happens. Oh yeah, it does smell like it. That's what happens to a belt sometimes. They do loosen up even though you make them tight. He took a trip to Vegas and back. And when he got back, he said in the morning it's starting to squeal a little bit on startup. So we're just going to make sure that, well, we're going to tighten the belts and make sure everything's, excuse me, A-okay. I should just redo this clip, but I'm not going to. This is what happens. It's real life. The other thing too, when I said that they still smell when I just got in the truck. Look, these are those little scent sticks. It smells like, kind of like pine tree in here, which is great. I got the idea from when I installed the wood shelves, because this is not a smell-o vlog. You guys can't smell what's going on back there. But it smells like, well, it did smell really good like wood. And so I put those, I saw those at Lowe's the other day, and we had some that were remaining left over from last year, or maybe even the year before. So those don't exactly smell right because they're old. And you know, I'm hoping I didn't leave this go on last night. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because we're hooked to the car battery right now anyway. But yeah, so I've also got the battery charger back there for the drill. So that's awesome. Yeah, we're at 14.4. So that means that that's connected to the battery up here. And let's see, that's charging. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. Make sure everything's locked down. That's why I came out here. I've got a couple minutes before I have to go to my appointment. But I just want to make sure that everything is locked down. And all right, we are good to go. So let's go. I can't remember what the quote is, but it's something to do with things are created out of necessity or something like that. I can never remember the quote. However, I went to the wrong customer's house today. Created the work order at home. Went to their house and they're like, no, everything's fine. I'm like, oh crap. So I had 2 customers within the last month that I've replaced belts for, like both belts and tensioner. I just got the customers mixed up. So I went to this customer's house, the one that I'm supposed to be at, and of course I didn't have a work order. So on the fly, I had the memory stick in the computer. I'm like, let's do this. So I made a work order here for this customer. I was able to give a fully printed receipt to this customer, and they are the first ones. They are the first ones to receive a full printed receipt from the van, the bus. So that's awesome. And I have to figure out what that noise is. Something underneath that's rattling. I thought that I knew what it was, but apparently I don't. Warranty job is done. We're headed home. The part is here. It is time to install it. And you guys remember when I found the problem with the window when it happened? Remember I looked at the wiring? I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to fix that. I haven't fixed it yet. I mean, obviously I'm going to do this all at the same time, but I was thinking it's like, oh, I want to go out there and install this really quickly. And it's like, oh, crap. I also have some other work that I need to do with the wiring. It's never straightforward and easy, is it? I think this connector is still probably good, although it looks like it's been broken before. Pull this back out. There we go. All right, pull that out. That's good. Gotta figure out, oh yeah, that's right. I got these I have to take care of. Well, these are factory colors on the wires, so I don't know exactly what happened here. I haven't taken the tape off yet, obviously. This is a black with a red stripe, and this one here is a red with a black stripe, which matches the wires right here. Red with a black, and black with a red. And they go to their respective wires. So I'm just going to take this tape off, and I'm just going to disconnect these here. That way I can take this off and fix whatever the problem is here. And then when I come back, I'll permanently connect it to this, and I will solder it, and I will heat shrink it so that it'll be a nice firm connection and not whatever the heck this is. These are just two generic longer wires in here that have been poorly spliced in. All right, let me finish taking this tape off of it. Wow, this is horrible. Look at that. It was actually probably my problem. And look at the wire that they used. This is coax wire. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these people had no idea what they were doing. All right, so we're gonna have to solder in some longer wires here for whatever they did this. This is ridiculous. Sometimes I just don't understand why people do what they do. So this is what we have to work with. We have a good connector. It's not broken. It was just the angle that it was on there. I thought it was broken. So we have a good connector and we have good wires there. We have eliminated all this garbage right here. And so now we're going to have to solder in some auxiliary wires, connect them to there, and after that's done, then we will change this over. So the first thing that we do is we get the soldering gun hot, melt a little bit of solder. Hopefully this will accept the solder and that the connection's not too dirty. If it was dirty, then, and actually this is perfect. If it was dirty, then what I would end up doing is having to either clean it or strip more off, and we don't have a whole lot to work with here. So the more we can keep on here, the better. A little bit of solder, keep the heat to it. It should just be absorbed in that wire like that. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. So this is called tinning the tips. So from here, we need to find some wire somewhere. And I've got some red wire here. Okay, so I've taken my connections and I have soldered them. And I usually don't do this, but to speed things up, I want to do both sets of heat shrink tubing at the same time. Oh, so warm. All right, now hot. Woo. So now that this is done here, we will go back to the door over there, and we will tin the tips on the ones over at the door, and then we'll connect these and do the same thing we just did. Okay, so this is done, and it's all nice. I want to take a nylon wire tie. I'm going to attach the wires here and stabilize them on that wiring harness. I've already taken these and figured out exactly where they need to go, so that'll be nice. It'll be out of the way of the regulator here. It's actually not the regulator, that's the window track, regardless. Bolts 1, 2, 3, and 4 down here on the bottom. Already taken those off. I've actually already disconnected the window right there, that plastic connector right there. This little thing right here. Boing, 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 boing. That's what attaches, makes sure that the window doesn't fall off. I've got my tape all ready to go, so essentially all I need to do is pop the window off from down below and pull it up. So essentially what I do is I use painter's tape to hold the window into place while I come down here and I mess with the regulator. However, this should come out nice and easily like this. I just don't know which hole it's supposed to come out of. Is it supposed to come out of this hole? I'm thinking it should. Well, apparently it's supposed to come out of this hole right here, so I have to take this off. I was trying to not take off as much as I could get away with not taking off, but we got to take that off, so I want to take that off. Well, this is, oh, so close, so close. Oh man, I didn't want to have to take this off. Oh. This was kind of a fluke. If I had let it fall this way, left this one in and let it pivot this way, then it would have been fine, but I didn't know it was going to pivot like this until after I took these off. I'm like, oh, I'll just leave it here. There should be room. Nope, there's not. All right, just going to take it all off. Title of today's vlog, Troy takes it all off. All right, there we go. Part's out. And I haven't even made sure that this matches up with that, so, you know, that's bad. The camera is cold, the battery keeps shutting off. I got the part in there. It amazes me that people can use these GoPros like for skiing and stuff like that, because every experience I've had, it gets cold and it just shuts off. Anyway, here we go. I'm gonna tighten these up. I'm gonna connect it here. We'll be done. Well, kind of. All right, key on, engine off. It works. Get this down here, and I'm not going to film anymore. We're going to get the window down and attached to the back of that, and I want to put everything back together. I just can't keep turning the camera on and off because it keeps shutting off. Well, the wall panel is just about up. Kind of. It wasn't long enough. So I decided to make the cut in it right here instead of over here, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be open and it would look worse over there. This is probably going to be back behind shelves and it won't be visible. So that's why I decided to make that the meeting point. I've got 2 screws in it, 4 screws to go. All right, so that's that. The reason why these are different. This is scrap, this is scrap. I wasn't able to make this one long enough. I think I've already been over this with you guys. Then again, I've Snapchatted this to like 3 of my friends as well. So it's like I've said the same thing over and over again for like 4 times now, at least. One of the bad things about this is the thickness of this is more than this. This isn't as thick. So I'm gonna run a bead of silicone down here. I was hoping to paint this tonight. I'm having that problem with the camera shutting off again. Oh, so aggravating. The battery's at 68%. We'll probably get that painted up tomorrow, or at least I hope so. I want to clean up, and we're going to head in, and I'm going to make a work order and get prepared for tomorrow. Last night, actually yesterday. No, last night. Oh! Seriously, pizza? Did you have a hand in this? Did you help? Oh, that's okay.
This is deformed pizza. This is my deformed pizza.
It's very bubbly. I know. Okay, we're eating. Go get on your bed, please. Okay, so yesterday, Angie I'll let her tell you, I guess. Do you want to talk about the smells?
The smells?
Yeah. Okay, so yesterday she got like some kind of like fragrance or something.
Oh yeah, and
She's trying it out.
it smelled horrible and it stunk up the whole house.
Yes. And then last night you baked bread.
Yes.
So then we had that smell along with the bread smell. And then today it's been pizza, pizza dough, popcorn, and what other smells? There was something else.
I don't know.
Anyway, I walked into the house, I'm just like, my nose is so confused. And then in the bus, you guys saw that I took those the fur strips. Remember last year from the Christmas tree you gave them to me? I put those in the bus today too. So my nose has been going through stale those things, and it's just been, it looks so good. Okay, I want to stop talking. I want to eat, but my nose is like very confused.
It's so funny.
What?
There's a bunch of like hot air building up in the bubbles, so whenever go like
I just saw it. It's like a choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Dude, it actually did. Do it again.
It has to wait a second and then.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm Brian.
I'm Misty.
You've been watching Beyond 1031.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And the mountain's out just like Beyond 1031.